Greetings, everyone. This is Sayo the Terror of Death 99, aka the Black Cobra, and this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Now, when we left off last night, we actually found out that the area underneath Dusky Bridge, I should say near Dusky Bridge, the garden area, was actually the real murder case of Miss Illie's Dunham. We also found out that some of the suspects are actually holding some very interesting secrets. We also found out that Godot is back, as is Phoenix Wright. Now, one moment, everyone. Okay. Now, heading back to the main gate. Ah, Iris. Edgeworth. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Never mind him. We've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Let's hurry to the nearest temple then.
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait, Edgeworth. What? What do you mean by a delicate position? I know that, Edgeworth. Why do you think I'm investigating? Edgeworth! Come on! Alright, alright. I don't need your advice there, Miss Von Karma. Alright, 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 I get it. Miss Von Karma! Alright, alright. Ah. She really pisses me off. I really do not like her at all. Now I can see why Pearl can't stand her. Anyway, heading back to the main hall. Sister Bikini. She looks like she shrunk since the last time I saw her. The sound of that sigh, I guess she's pretty down. She must be referring to Edgeworth. Just a courtesy call. Oh, I can believe it. What? Miss Von Karma, you're really starting to piss me off. Honest to God, if I were Phoenix Wright, I would grab that goddamn lip and break it in half, and then shove the pieces right down our goddamn throats! Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. It's time to break those psych-locks of hers. And in fact, we're actually gonna do it right now! I do not feel like wasting any time, I really don't feel like wasting a lot of time tonight! Let's do this. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Dunham had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Yes. But I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Dunham's true identity. Miss Dunham had this charm with her at all times. This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Dunham really was. This talisman and one other item that prove Miss Dunham's true identity. The painting is obscured by the gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the Master of the Quran channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. This crest is reserved for the Master of the Quran. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. There you go. I thought so. It's just a symbol in the Master of the Quran. Right. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. So Elise Dunham was really Maya's mother. I thought so. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're finally making some headway here. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? What happened? Whoa! Uh-oh. What? Maya! Can't just stand there and do nothing. Let's go. To the inner temple, of course. Where else, Miss Von Karma? We'll finish this later, alright? Let's go. Wonder if he's alright. Edgeworth? What? Gone where? What? Iris escaped? It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. It's fear of earthquakes. That incident still haunts you to this day, doesn't it? There's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. You think Iris might have gone near the temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall Sacred Cavern. Now! Fortunately, the Sacred Cavern hadn't caved in. However, what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. What? Trick locks? Iris? What the hell is going on? Yes, Edgeworth. The trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could have made in your current state. Alright. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. Very well. Thank you, Miss Von Carmel. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? Why did you make a run for it, Iris? In other words, you didn't run to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. But what? That's a good question. Trick locks are a secret treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why the only person who set the lock can open it. You aren't the one who set these locks? I don't think it's that easy, Miss Von Carmel. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What is that? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. That means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Iris, try to think, please. Is there any way around this? We don't have time. What? You know what, Iris? Still one thing I don't quite get. I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Do not give me that look, Iris. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that very same evening at the inner temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple as well. In two places at one time? Exactly, Miss Von Karma. Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Here we go. I knew it. Something going on here that we don't know about. Everyone, I will be right back. Alright, everyone. I apologize for that. Been a little, under the weather the last couple of days. I apologize if I'm a little slow. Finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Detective Gumshoe, and Pearl. Now, heading into the garden. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Hey, don't you dare run away! What do I want, Edgeworth? No. It's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You want to go back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Yes, I'm aware of that. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. "17 years ago, we were still little school kids at the same elementary school. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with a big earthquake that hit the courthouse. Edgeworth was stuck in the elevator with his father, who was a defense attorney. They were deprived of oxygen, and they both passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered his whole life. He lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. His dreams, his family, and himself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, correct? Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think. So no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. Not somewhere. Felt like I'd seen her in court before. She went back to the criminal affairs department to look for her file. "6 years ago." Oh, no. Everyone, what you're about to see is very important. "6 years ago. It was Edgeworth's first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was his worst nightmare. The woman Edgeworth knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. That is actually not true. No. I disagree. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's completely related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. And in fact, I know exactly who she is. I'm not gonna reveal who she is yet, though. It's not time yet. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. Sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Maurice there sulking again. Pearl! What are you doing here? We don't know yet. I don't believe this. Why can't he just get fired? Trying getting fired up over being a better man. Maurice, Is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearl? I guess this picture really is a representation of what he saw. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Pearl. I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? Sorry, Pearl, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Dunham's room, reading a book together. However, Miss Dunham was murdered, and you, Pearl, were at the Inner Temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearl? Here we go. What? What do you mean your powers have disappeared, Pearl? Pearl, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her Cyclox to get the truth out of her. Wonder if Sister Bikini's back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen the detective around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 blocks that were stopping us from getting inside the secret cavern. We have Iris at the secret cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I'm meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Yes, you were telling me about the Master of Karain how the Master of Karain disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. Someone is trying to destroy the Koreans' tradition. Oh. Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them. Oh. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Korean, and her daughters, the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those on the main family line. Is the power of the master worth all this bloodshed? Yes. It's been 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirit of the dead plenty of times. During the Master Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial as well. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world. I suppose so. However, with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. A mistake? What mistake? 17 years ago. And it begins. Everyone, we're actually about to go into the past. Mainly Misty Faye's past. One moment, please. All right. It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. Now, I think you might know what I'm referring to if you've actually paid attention to the first game. If you haven't, I'll explain. Is she talking about what I think she is? Sure, that record still exists if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It's called the DL6 incident. Yup. DL6 incident. That is actually the case in which Miles Edgeworth's... No, you know what? You know what? I'll just say it. That is actually the case where Miles Edgeworth's father, Gregory, was murdered. The DL6 incident. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Yes. I hope you're ready, everyone, because we're about to dig into the past a little bit. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya and Mia's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right. The case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared. It vanished. Well, everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling was not a sham at all. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan. Exactly. She does indeed mean Maya. And in fact, I know exactly what this family feud is about. There is someone who actually wants Maya dead. Someone who knows Maya very well. The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood. Maya told me the exact same thing before. The women of the Faye clan have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through in us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Ami. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families. It's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. You know about Mia? Yes. And she lost her life as a result. It wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. She saw what happened to her own mother as she grew up. Her mom and her aunt. That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister as well. Her name is Morgan. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Yes. Morgan. There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Korean Village. What she did was absolutely terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. Here we go.